welcome to Monday News. The next day, as I was saying, I'm here reviewing on the day before here, just making a program here for Monday. And as I was saying, the match hasn't gone out yet. The Ireland match. It's just about. I'm just looking at the hurling match. It's Galway 14 points, Clare 13 points. That's the score so far, and there's 42 minutes gone. That was the way it started, and I'm on my 32nd episode here, bringing you my 32 episode, and I was just looking at Twitter there. There's a result in from Letterkenny in the hurling match to uh, Division 2B, I think it is. There's a match in there. It's Wicklow 2-24, Donegal 11 points, and Donegal point in injury time. According to this, there was a good few scorers there that were on the ball there today. I must go through a few of them on. Some of the information is through Twitter that I get it here, so I'll have to go through Twitter just to see. There was a good few scores there. Mark Murphy scored a point. Gavin Ware scored Wicklow. He scored a point as well. Andy O'Brien a point. 61st minute. Dylan Bourne for Martin O'Brien, and goal for Wicklow after a high ball in from Sammy O'Dowd. Michael Lee he replaced there. And there was a good Christy Morehouse, he was on the ball there today. Points from Patrick Doyle, Danny Staunton, Owen McCormick, and Christy Morehouse. So they were all on the scoring sheet today, and I'm sure that'll help them in the. They could be in the final with me now. There with Meath. I'm not sure because they done well today, and I must look up the table there for you. I was just going to go start off with now. I got Sunday Times there today. It was more about Gary Lineker. It just says revolt destroys BBC Sport. Lineker won't back down, and Tim Davie, I'm not quit. BBC boss Tim Davis was last night locked in a personal shoot-down with Gary Lineker after a day of chaos in the BBC sports coverage. Davis insisted he would not quit while Lineker refused to back down amid a row. His controversial tweets, the saga. So there's more to follow inside. So that's on the paper there today. I was saying there, it's all on the spread. It just says no Ferreira, Russia missing Mr. Alba. 9 diplomats get the boot. 9 Russian diplomats and staff members have been booted out of Ireland. There are currently 21 officers of the Russian staff, so that's there. Lonely Way is up. Joey faces love split. Dancing on Ice star. Joey Essex, 32. Oh, that's one thing. And it says more about the BBC. That's on page 4, actually. This one, BBC apologise over blackout. Fighting night, fighting talk was axed. Final score was axed. Football focus was axed. 606 football phone in was axed. Match of the day. Match of the day wrecked. Match of the day that was axed. Match of the day 2 that was axed. As I was saying there, it's BBC spotless. So that's the headline there. Lineker mutiny sparks misery for footy fans. It says there's a football focus and final score were cancelled after Alex Scott, Kelly Summers, and Jason Mohammed refused to go in front of the camera. Unlike me, I'm going in front of the camera and I'm making a podcast. So it said in a statement the BBC has been in an extensive discussion with Gary and his team in recent days. We have said that we have considered his recent social media activities to be a breach of our guidelines. The BBC has decided that he will step back from presenting Match of the Day. So we got that there on the thing. So that was the more, and the second they really go to town on this Match of the Day. The next page, favourite footy show in tatters after 59 years. David Coleman in the early Match of the Day studios, and Jimmy Hill was a cult figure on that. So I'm not sure. So that's it's all on the paper there today anyway. And celebrity dads reveal vicious online abuse. We are terrified someone will try to snatch our baby. Brian and actress fears over daughter's Blake. So that's on page 9 on the paper. So that's on today's time. And then I've big instant confirmed, but so did Panty. Dancing with the Stars' final hope. Susan Jackson is hoping her huge social media following will help her win on Dancing with the Stars. I think it might be the semi-final tonight. Crack addict who battered and choked women over drugs slash victim threw up blood. The Irish Sun on Sunday day unmasks a low-level drug dealer who threatens to finish off his neighbour during a terrifying attack. And Neeson on Late Late Show. He appeared on Friday night's Late Late Show, St. Patrick's Night. The Taken Stars with John Turbiddy. The Paddy's Day Show is also on an entertainment day. Last year, Hollywood, John C. Riley chatted to Ryan, so it'd be interesting to see will he talk about the Naked Gun, which they're talking about doing, so I'm not sure. And then I'm keen for one more season. TV crime boss confirms Kinsella will file on. The showrunner BBT Smash Kane has revealed the crime drama will only run for 3 seasons. Peter McKenna made the revelations in the interview with the Irish Sun on Sunday. So I don't know will I believe this paper what it comes out of it. So I'll put an X on the dash. So it's not under. So I don't really know. Maybe maybe I shouldn't be reading there. So that's on that paper. So and then Colleen backs Anne. Rooney joins Roe. Colleen Rooney has offered support by Anne Keller in Ohio Agro. So Davy, I'm enjoying being a dad. So that's on that. So it's well. Elvis Spirit left me all shook. Austin in Graceland. It was a thick southern drawl. So there, that's then on that. I'm nearly gone through enough of this there. Same. So I'll go through a bit of the sports. It just says Ten Hag's recipe for Champions League spot. He's determined to get that. Maybe can help fix. Anti-left trying to mend coverage. Strikers on the picket line. Lineker with right and Shearer and campaign Rushford. I see Ian Wright pulled out of the coverage as well. So it's more in the sports section. So that's why I'm. This paper is full of this today. Match of the day. So and then Bradley drawn bias. Stephen Bradley insists he is pleased with his Shamrock Rovers side despite a winless start. And Murphy Brian was box office in 93 league. So then and the racing, there's an article there about the races as well, of the different races there. Morris Fitz, Tip Hitman refuses to take it easy on the DC. It was Tipperary 423, Waterford 25 points, and Tipperary up top in division in that Division 1B. Tipperary with 8 points, Waterford 5. So that's on this paper. And then the racing, uh, Pordix Cut. So I'm just going through this quick. Just I don't want to take up all the time with this. And then Hearts nil, Celtic 3. I see that was the score there yesterday in the Celtic match. And then all of the scores there now in this. The ones that are leading here is Arsenal with 63, Man City 61, Man United 48, Tottenham 49. So I must go through the scores so far today. So that's all the scores. That's all the paper there. And then there's a trailer there. There's a preview of Cheltenham there. I must go through that again. I don't know much about the horses, but there's a trailer here. Trailer like there's a preview there of the races here, and I think if you don't know much about it, it's no point going through it. So that's on the Sunday. That's on the Sun on Daily. I went through the Oscars there yesterday, so the Oscars are on tonight. So it should be interesting enough to see who wins it. I'll probably go through, make a quick podcast about the Oscars sometime, the winners, and see how. I did make predictions there on my thing last night, so I'm not going to go through them now. So I just thought I'd go now through the RTE website. It just says Minister faces daily nasty abuse. Minister for Children and Youth Roger O'Donnell said that he's being abused daily online because he is gay. And Then there's more then about Lineker. He with his dog. BBC chief refuses to quit despite Lineker row chaos. As I was saying there on the paper, there's more then on the RTE website. History will hold Trump accountable over capital right, according to Mr. Pence there, who was the vice president. And then from Dublin to Elvis in the Oscars, nominated for an Oscar for his editing on Elvis, Jonathan Redmond tells Harry Guerin about his adventures in the screen trade. He's a good editor. I was just looking at that. There was a good editing job there done on Elvis. So now I'm gonna go through the sports there. Live updates of saying that match now I'll have to look at that is Ireland and Scotland. And then the match so far, the league hurling matches. It's Clare. The match so far, Kilkenny after 44 minutes. Kilkenny 119, Dublin 9 points, so they're well ahead there. And then Clare, as I was saying there, the latest score there is 16 points. I think Galway are winning now, 16-18. Yeah, so they came back pretty good, Galway. And then the scores, there's another score in here, Division 1B, Antrim 318, Laois 118. And then Down 23 points, Derry 120, Donegal 11 points, Wicklow 224, as I was saying to you earlier on there. So I must look up, I think I have the Hoganstand website opened here. It says more about the hurling match here. So hurling league results, it just gives you the different results there. And the Wicklow match. So I'm not sure the table now. I must see the tables going up here. The league hurling tables, that was from yesterday. So I don't know, will it give you the latest update of the tables? It should Wicklow now, that's, let me see, does it give you the latest results? Wicklow, no, it doesn't actually. I think Wicklow are on 6 after today's match, and Meath have 8, and Donegal have 4. So Wicklow are in the final, I think, with Meath. They have one more match left, but I think Wicklow are in the final there with Meath. I think that's the way it goes, isn't it? Yeah. So that's the result there. So I'd like to say congratulations to Wicklow there. So, and then the soccer, the latest Premier Division matches in the score. Arsenal are winning. Fulham no, nil. Arsenal 3. Man United nil. Southampton nil. West Ham United 1. Aston Villa won. So they're the scores today. And then Newcastle United are playing Wolverhampton at 4:30. Southampton and Brentford are playing at 7:30. So that's the scores there. And then the tables, as I was saying there, Arsenal are out in front there after that score. Arsenal, I don't know, this probably doesn't include the latest score. It's Arsenal with 66 points, Manchester City 61, so they could be on 69 with me, I don't know. Man United 50 and Tottenham Hotspur 48. And then the bottom two, Leeds United, but they're going down seemingly, and Southampton. So it's so that's the relegation. So in that. So I just thought I'd go through you that, and then the fixtures to come over the next couple of days. The fixtures and that is on the Wednesday it's Southampton and Brentford, Brighton, Hove and Albion versus Crystal Palace, and then on the Friday Nottingham Forest and Newcastle United, and then Saturday that's the next week's Wolverhampton with Leeds United, Aston Villa versus Bournemouth, Brentford versus Leicester City, and Southampton versus Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea as well are on 5:30 versus Everton, so that's that. So it's pretty clustered together. That division now is well into it and it's getting on well. So it should be coming through, getting it near the end. So uh, it's pretty good stuff there so far. So did I look at the entertainment news? It says more about the dancing. Paul Mescal and Emily Watson relive the Oscar nominations. And Smother is on tonight. I think it's the finale. I'm not going to give anything away, but and then on Fair City, it just says there's a little trailer on it there. Rafferty facing Roon on Sunday's Fair City. I think it's just financial rows anyway. in his property dealings, and he has no money left. I think that's what it is, the story there. Panty packs broke to win Dancing with the Stars, I say. So that was on there the last day. So then the business news on this UK races to minimise damage from SVV collapse. And in the money, Irish banks are boosted by rates bounce, I see. The business of making a movie in Ireland, it just says, it just gives you a bit of information about making a movie in Ireland, which I am interested in at the moment. So Andrew McGuire writes this article. People tend to think of films as a creative process, and rightly so. As those in the industry will point out, any successful film starts with a good script. It then needs the talents of a great cast and crew for the idea to be transferred into something people actually want to see. But in order for the magic to happen, there are so many pieces of the puzzle. One of the films went from concept to production in 2 years, but that's very quick, said Ruth Tracy, producer and company director at Taylor Films, which recently wrapped film on a new feature film, Barry Keoghan, starring BAFTA winner and Oscar Barry Keoghan. It can be there to 4 years from ID to shoot, and of course, a lot of the process revolved around money. The Banshee of Inisheer it cost 20 million to make. That's relatively cheap by Hollywood standards. Top Gun Maverick had a budget of roughly 170 million, and Marvel Black Panther costs 250 million according to this, and Colin Q costs somewhere closer to 1 million, which is very low budget in my way. There's a bargain in Hollywood, but in real world, it's a significant amount to rise from single. So that's in the budget news there about the film. There's also a little video there, so I just thought I'd go through you that. And then on the Coming Soon website, there's more there. Prime Video schedule March to 13th of March. It just says The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster. And composer Joseph Shirley talks Creed 3 and The Mandalorian. It's the same man actually that done the two. And Chris Rock's live Netflix special edited to take out Boss Joke. They're seemingly editing it. The Exit sequel wraps production. According to Deadline Production on Blumhouse, they're making a sequel to The Exorcist. And then Bruce Campbell gives Evil Dead animated series update. Daredevil Born Again, Disney One. That's on Disney, I think they've updated there. So and then Michael Shannon, I see his General Zod again returns in the Flash movie. The Flash movie I think is coming out in June according to what they're saying, and I'm not sure. So I can go through you that in big time. There are matches there now in the league in the Gaelic next week. Wicklow are playing on a Saturday, I think, the 18th. They're playing Wexford, and that's away. It just I'm just going to give you another exclusive match of the day, expected to be broadcast in much reduced format. Ahmed Linigo Row. That's the latest on this. I can't believe they're getting all this stuff out of this. Match of the day viewing figures up 500,000. Director General back in UK as BBC Sports covered limited for second day. And Gilvan bodies lying on the streets as battle rages in Bamut War, latest in the Ukraine war. Prime ministers working to recognise anxiety of businesses hit by Silicon Valley bank collapse. There's been a big bank collapse there, so the Oscar sausage fingers, several fingers, oddball indies, and £1 billion blockbusters. How to watch all the big films nomination for Oscars and BAFTAs, and there's a good thing with and then on the entertainment news, there's more then about the Oscars then on the Sky News. It just gives you the full list of films, which I went through there yesterday. I'm not going to go through them again. Oscars fun for Bill Knightley. Bill Knightley is in a nice film there as well. I was just saying there. He's playing a man there, and I discovers that I think he's dying, and so there's a story there to that film as well. So I just thought I'd go through the bit about the Oscars there. So I did cover it already yesterday, so I just thought I'd make one podcast today, give you a bit of news, and it's not rocket science. I'm saying who's gonna win. I don't know. Did I have? I think I had the Irish Time section open here. It just gives you numbers in state, capital. History will hold Donald Trump accountable, Pence says. I did read that yesterday. Will son, wife inherit my house if he dies before me? So I don't know what that's about. It just says that's about more about the housing thing, I think, and the terrible thing that's going on with the housing. And then on the Gaelic crime, the Gaelic thing there, there's more on the sports, Gaelic games. It just says Jake Morrison leads goal bust. More about that. Dave Fitzgerald. I have a bit better perspective as you get older. You see life for what it is. So that's what he's saying there. So Ray Dempsey steps down as Limerick manager. That didn't last long. I was saying there. So I just go through the nuggets there. So I'm well into this podcast now. So I'll just go change this station here to see how the match is going on. It's about to start now. Actually, yeah, it started at the moment, so it's 0-0 at the moment. But I just thought I'd make a quick podcast. So I'm well into the 32. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the podcast yet. I'm still going with season 2. And I have had older episodes there. I think they're on Spotify. They're the older episodes that I made COVID times, and so I'm busy. I'm just busy there. And Patreon, I have to make more video for that. Put videos up for that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. That's a good bit of work, and I'm thinking of investing in microphone, make it more professional. So thanks for listening, and I'll be back again with another podcast. I just thought I'd come back with another one. So thanks very much, and goodbye.